Okay, here's some of the products you'll need. I won't be using all of them, but I have 3 types of shea butter. Natty butter by All Things Natural, firm rods, clips, and a scrunchie. This is the main choice butter, and then a homemade shea butter that I made, and I'll add that recipe for you. I have a scarf and a spray bottle with some water. Hey, this is my first video. I've been getting a lot of requests for people to kind of show a tutorial of some sort of what I do. And when I first started out, I used to use so many different products and have so many different steps. It would take 3 hours to just do my head. I would have oil, water, aloe vera juice, 2 or 3 different shea butters, and so on and so forth. But now I've got it down to 2 products. So I usually just use water and some type of a shea butter. I have 3 here depending on what I'm going to be using it for. This is All Things Natural, the main choice, and then my homemade one. And this is just the unrefined shea butter and some oils that I whip up together. And so the first thing I'm going to do is just really quickly show how I do the 2-strand twist. And so it's just down right now. I haven't, this is from an old, I think it's 2 or 3 days, 2-strand twist. So I don't hardly ever use combs, and I don't do a lot of brushing or anything like that. I do everything with my fingers, and my hair tangles really badly, so I just take my time parting it. And once I get a section, most of the time I start in the back, but you're not going to be able to see that, so I'm just going to do the examples in the front. And I try to get, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a piece of hair, so about this big. And I always start with a lot of water, not so that it's completely saturated, but at least damp. And I rub that through. And for this style, I've been using my homemade shea butter. When I need something that has a long lasting effect, then that's when I go to the main choice. When I did my mini twist and I kept them in for several weeks, I used this one. If my hair is feeling a little dry, then I'll use the natty butter. But for this, I'm just going to use the regular. And I only take about this much. It's just a little on my finger. And rub that in. And then just rub it on my hair. And I try and pay close attention to the ends to get it on the ends. But I just rub that through. And a lot of times, just with my thumbs, just doing this, I can get rid of any tangles or any knots or anything. Split it, and then I grab, not too tight, but tightly at the root, and then begin to twist it. And then follow suit all the way down, trying to keep it as tight as possible without pulling your hair too much. Follow all the way down. And I've seen some people that can just twist so fast. But this is about it for me. All the way down to the end. And try not to split your hair and steal hair from one side to the other, because that's going to create a knot for you. Try and keep it as clean as possible. Just the 2 strands that you started with, and twist it all the way to the bottom. As you get all the way down to the bottom, sometimes, right now my hair is pretty moisturized, so I'm not going to take out a couple strands coming off. It's pretty moisturized, so I'm not going to put any more shea butter on the end, but if needed, that's where I would do it, right there at the end. I just give it a little twist, and then that stays put. And I would do that all over until I completed my whole head. Sometimes if I'm going to use bigger pieces of hair, it's going to give you bigger curls, and that doesn't take as long. So at this rate, I probably have maybe 7 or 8 on either side of my head, because I usually part down the middle, and then I'll style it to the side if I want that. But I would have about 7 or 8 on either side. I don't know if you can see these.